In this video, I'm going to show you how to run Facebook ads for your power washing company. There's a little bit to it. A lot of people, and it's extremely upsetting to me because a lot of people oversimplify it, but in a weird way, they also overcomplicate it depending on what side you're on. I've talked to a lot of people, a lot of friends of mine who've started power washing businesses, and they tell me, I put all this money into Facebook, but Facebook ads don't work. And I ask, what'd you do? And they're not tracking their data. They're not split testing. And it's this powerful tool, but if you're only using 5% of the toolbox, of course, you're not going to get the value out of it. So for those of you out there who, again, don't have a lot of money to pay somebody to do it for you, this is good for you. If you have the money to pay somebody to do it, you might as well pay somebody to do it, because let's say you pay somebody $500 a month, right? And it saves you 50 hours worth of work, right? And that's basically what you should be putting in on a monthly basis, to make sure you're getting your data right, to make sure you're split testing, and to make sure that your ads are converting at the highest possible percentage over time. It's going to take some time, and it's going to take some time to learn. You know, so if you have the time to learn, this is for you. If you have the money and you're at a position where, and I wouldn't recommend paying somebody unless you're consistently doing at least 10 to 15,000 in revenue per month right now. If you're not at that stage yet, then you're probably not ready. But if you are at that stage, then you're probably trying to grow. You want to reach 20,000 and 25. Those are the people we like to work with. We almost will always turn down the marketing for somebody who's just starting, just because, when your finances start running low, if you don't have the money to support it, um, it can be extremely difficult to keep the campaign going, and then we put in all this work, and now you have to shut down the campaign. So it's just important, if you don't have the money, learn how to do it yourself. If you do have the money, obviously you could still do it yourself. It save you some time to just have somebody else do it for you. But let's just get right into it. The first thing before you run an ad is you need to have an ad. So it's getting late in the season for us for power washing, so I'm going to be using this ad as an example for Christmas light installation, but the market is still pretty much the exact same as it would be with Christmas lights, with a few tweaks, and I'll show you basically what that means. So when I design an ad, I come in here into Canva, and I'll just throw one together here real quick so it doesn't take too much of your time. Let's just go Christmas lights and see what Canva can come up with for us. These are all free images. I think some of these, in order to use, you have to have the pro version, but if you're using Canva often, then it would be worth it. If you're not, then probably not be worth it. See what that looks like. Nah, I'm not feeling that one. Just go back up and grab one of these borders. That one doesn't really fit in too well, but it'll work. Okay, so now that we have a little image that we can use, um, we can go ahead and cancel out of that, come back in here, and this is where we create a campaign now. When you're running a campaign, this is the most important thing. That a lot of people that are doing their own advertising, they'll just run right through this and they won't think too much about it. There are many different options here. Like, so for example, for engagement, that's normally if I'm just starting my Facebook page, like it's a new page, I want to do engagement. I want as many people to like my page as possible. Because over time, it's going to lead to a cheaper cost per click, but it's also going to lead to a more targeted audience that you can target. In this case, we're not going to, obviously, no app installs. Video views is another one you may want to go with. Um, the three you really want is lead generation, messages, and traffic. I recommend lead gen or messages because traffic is still very, very good sending people to your website. The downfall with traffic is that when you send people off of Facebook, Facebook does not want that. They want people on Facebook because the longer people are on Facebook, the more money Facebook will make. And so they incentivize you by running campaigns that keep people on Facebook. And so this is messaging and lead generation. These are two campaigns that keep people on Facebook. So in this case, we'll just go with messages. And by the way, if you guys aren't designers and you need somebody to design your ad for you, hit me up. I can do it for you. We do charge for it, obviously. We do have some free ones for power washing as well on the website that you can check out. But if you want high quality work done, we do charge for that. Logo animations are free, your first one. All right, so this will be Christmas lights is what we're going to name the campaign, so that I know when I'm going through and looking through all my campaigns, I know which one it is. You can go with an A/B split test. It's not a bad idea. It changed after publishing once you post. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we'll do that after. All right, and we'll start this daily budget off at $10 a day. Probably shouldn't go any less than that. I mean, you can, but you're going to have a tough time getting good data when you go below $10 a day. We want Messenger. Now, this is where it gets interesting. The audience. We want people living in this location, and we want to take United States off. And we want Dauphin County, Pennsylvania, and Cumberland County, Pennsylvania. That's what we want to target. And then when we go to detailed targeting, this is the only difference between my power washing audience and my Christmas lights audience, is that I might go with Christmas and select that and then narrow the audience. A lot of people would recommend you don't do this, but because you're going to get shown to fewer people, but I think the people you are being shown through are higher quality, people who are more likely to actually. So we're targeting people who are interested in Christmas and people who are also interested in home improvement. It's about home improvement, right? And then so just in that area, we still have 43,000 people that we can target, and we're going to target them. We only need less than 1%. 43 of those people were to pay us to do Christmas lights. That's still $25,000 in potential profit if just 20 or just 43 people purchase. Automatic placements, that's fine. Now it comes to actually creating the ad, so we're going to go ahead and create the ad. Now, I could use an existing post. I could use the one I just posted, but I do have a post here already on my Facebook page. You can see I have a Christmas light post there, and I also have this one, which is a video, and it might let me show you, hopefully. So this is a animation that I made earlier. With obviously it has the logo on it there. The logo kind of blinks. If you want a logo animation like that, I can build one for you. Just let me know. All right. However, if we were to use that other post, you would just go to create ad, and then you would upload that image that we just made inside of Canva. You'll just upload that. Okay, call to action. All right. Now, because I used a published post or a post that I already published to my web or to my Facebook page, you're not going to be able to edit the captions and whatnot. However, if you create a specific new ad, not using that, you can still use the you can edit the headline and you can edit the description. But there we go, just like that, our Facebook or Facebook ad is ready to go, and it's a messenger campaign. So when people hit the messenger button, they'll message you on Facebook. Um, I like that, but I also think lead generation ads are very valuable as well. And we'll get into that a little bit later. I'll make another video. I'll put it in my calendar to make sure that I show you guys how to do that as well, because that's very important. So, anyways, thanks for watching this video, guys. Hopefully you learned something. If you have any questions, leave a comment down in the comments, and I'll answer any questions that you guys have. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.